Hello and welcome to this video where we'll be taking a look at EA Sports WRC and the different surfaces that you'll face in the game and what you need to know to master each surface with tips and tricks to most importantly get through the stages without any issues, and maybe even more importantly how to get the best time possible. So stay tuned and we're going to take a look first of all at gravel. Right, when you come into the service area of an event, there's a couple of things that we need to be aware of to maximize our strategy for the rally, make the right tire choice, when to use tires at certain points, and have a bit of an overview of what to expect from the event. If we go into event details, we'll see a running order. The running order can be really good for giving you an idea of how much surface degradation you're going to find, which essentially simulates when you're first on the road, you're going to have a very fresh gravel surface and it's going to be quite slippery but not rutted up. It won't be so destroyed. And then the further you are down the running order, the more destroyed the road will be, the more difficult it will be to keep control. You're going to find more bumps and ruts to try and keep the car within. So we'll take a look at that. That's also true for snow, which we'll get to, and on tarmac it's not as big of an issue. So it's important to look at the running order for that. Then event overview. This is really good for looking at the stages that are in the event. As you can see, we've only got one stage here, but if we had 12 stages, you could scan through each stage, see what the weather conditions are, what time of day it is, if you've got a service area. It's really important to plan out where you're going to use your tires based on the amount of kilometers there are between each service area. So I always recommend to go in here at the start of each event, get a bit of a familiarization with the itinerary of the event, what type of stages there are, and if there's any wet weather, which is really important for tarmac. The other thing that's important to note is that if you participate in shakedown and complete a shakedown attempt, you will be given an additional set of tires. So when you go into your tires, you'll see here we've currently got gravel soft fitted to the car. On the right side we can see the stages that are upcoming, the total number of service areas, and also then we can see the other sets of tires we have available. So we have a set of medium gravel tires, and then at the very bottom we can see the number of spare wheels that we're taking with us. Spare wheels are important because if you get a puncture, you'll need to make an on-stage repair, and if you have one spare tire selected in the service area, that means you have one repair to make. If you have two, then you have two repairs to make, and if you have none, you have no repair, and basically you'll have to drive on that damaged wheel for the rest of the stages before you get back to service. So if we participate in shakedown, the currently fitted tire we have, which is the soft, we would be given an additional soft. If we wanted our additional set of tires to be a medium, then we would need to fit the medium before we go to shakedown. So just keep in mind. And also you can access the event overview on the bottom of the screen to take a look at the total stages in the event and the type of weather that you'll have. So without further ado, we're going to get into some gameplay and I will talk you through the tips and tricks needed to be fast on gravel first of all. And a lot of the tips we have for gravel will be useful also for snow, and we will touch upon tarmac later on. But as you can see, we're in Rally Finland, which is a very high-speed gravel event. It's wide roads, you need to take a good smooth line, carry the speed, and yeah,
140, open hairpin left. Good luck.
We're going to get into it. So we're on the start line. We're going to pull the handbrake to start the countdown. The lights are coming down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 140. Turn, open hairpin left. 30. Slight left. 50. left of a crest, 120. Right of a crest, 300. Right of a crest, 40. 3 right, 100. 6 right, 80. 5 left, tightens of a crest. To 5 right, slowly, 60. Turn, acute hairpin left. Into slight right, 70. 5 right short, at house. Into left of a crest, 50. 5 right, half long. Into dip, 40. 1 left short, 100. Slight right to the crest, 30. 6 left, tightens straight, opens half long. Of a crest, 40. 3 right, half long. And crest, 100. 5 right sharp, to 4 left short, of a crest, 120. 6 right, tightens, of a jump, 50. 5 left short, of a crest, 120. 5 left, at junction, 50. 3 left, half long, through junction, 500. 5 right, opens, 70. Slight left of the crest, tightens 6, 90. 6 left of crest, 80. Big jump, brake, 80. 3 left, 30. 6 right. And turn square right, into bridge. Into slight left, 200, slowing. Turn square right. 140. Right of the crest, 70. 6 right of a small crest, 120. Slight right. Into crest, slowing, 70. Unseen. 2 left, half long, opens. Slight left, extra long of a crest, tightens. 5 left short, 40. 3 right, half long, 30. 6 left of a crest, into 6 right, 50. Slight left, into crest, into 6 right, slowing, to 4 left, through junction, 5 left of a crest, 70. 6 left, 60. 4 right of a crest, opens, 100. Left of a small jump, 50. 6 right, jumps, 50. Slight right to the crest, finish, 90, jump to stop. Okay, that's a 3 minute, 11.7.
So off the start line, we're down into hairpin. It's important to get the weight transfer, and whilst you've got the weight transfer over the front wheels, then you turn the wheel and pull the handbrake. Big thing with gravel is that you're trying to slide the car on the entry, more so than tarmac. So here, you carry a lot of speed in, you're on the brakes, and whilst you're on the brakes, you turn in quite aggressively to break the traction and get the car to start rotating. Then when the car's rotated, you get back on the throttle to maintain that power slide. And again, on the really tight hairpin there, I had a bit of what we would call a Scandinavian flick. So you turn the opposite way of the corner, and then whilst on the brakes, you're turning then aggressively into the apex of the corner whilst you pull the handbrake. And I also used the clutch to build up the revs again, so what we would call that is a clutch kick, and a clutch kick just gives you a little boost of revs to get the wheels to spin up essentially. As you can see, Rally has a lot of crests, and that was a bit of a moment. It's important to set the car up before you go into the crest, so if you have a corner over a crest, you're looking to anticipate how much you need to slide the car, and sometimes you're turning into the corner before you've even reached it, because by the time, with the speed that you're carrying in and the momentum, by the time you've reached the corner, if you don't turn in until you've actually reached it, you're going to go completely wide. So you have to really think ahead. And Also on gravel, as you can see on the square corner, you can use the handbrake to just quickly turn the front of the car tighter to the apex and let the rear step out. And handbrake usage is fine. If you have a really technical section, you can use the handbrake a lot just to quickly have an agile turn where you don't have a lot of room to do weight transfer in that moment. And yeah, weight transfer is very important in rallying. You need to be aware of when you're braking, you're going to shift all the weight to the front and the rear is going to become really light and more nervous. Also, when you go into a corner, you're shifting all the weight on the outside. And yeah, with the jumps in rallies like Finland, it's important to keep the steering quite precise. When you take off in the air, you don't want to have too much steering input or steer too much when you land, because then when you land, the wheels are pointed a different direction and you'll just go flying into the bushes. And yeah, with gravel, you're always looking to maximize the traction you can have. It's a surface that doesn't have as much grip as tarmac, so you really have to be careful that you don't go too sideways. But again, because you don't have a lot of traction, you're always doing some form of sliding with the car. You're looking to slide from one corner to the next whilst not sliding too much, because if you overslide, then you will lose time. So it's trying to keep it within a window. As I mentioned, whenever the surface becomes more rutted, you need to really look out for the precise lines in the road. You'll see these like train tracks that you need to follow, and if you go outside of that, or you enter it and then slip out of those tracks, you've got a big chance of going off the road. So you need to analyze the road ahead of you to stay within the clean line, and yeah, that'll prepare you really well for whenever the road becomes super damaged. In terms of using the brakes, you can use the brakes to steady the car, especially over jumps and crests. And when you have when you enter the corner and you shift the weight transfer and you start to have a slide, and that's the moment you want to get back on the throttle. But also you can use a little bit of left foot braking just to control the car in those moments. I would say the big difference with gravel is how aggressive you need to be with the steering wheel, mainly the steering wheel, and also the braking. You have to be more careful on tarmac compared to gravel. But with gravel, you can be super aggressive with everything, and you're just trying to really maximize as much as you can the potential and allow the momentum to slide you through the corner.